Yeah, it's easier here at this sink. It's not splashing all over the place. We're getting closer.
So, because it's an old house, it's all square. If I started full tile on one side, then you'd see it on the other side. Now I can balance it. So I have 6 3/8 on that side. Put the 7 there. This way I've got 6 7/8. And drywall. 6 3/4. So I'm balancing the way I'm going to do cuts all the way around, bigger pieces of tile as I can. That way you won't see it when you walk in.
Well, here's the reality too, is by the time we put the vanity in here, which is 33 inches, this much of the floor is going to be gone. And then we got the toilet here, which is going to hide pretty much that. It's really just this strip right here, this
And that's why I'm trying to, this front door when you walk in and when you see the back, just focusing on that. But if this little laser square, I can figure out how to judge it quick and then boom, start cutting.
All right, sound like a winner to me. Me, I just put them down. And,
no, you buy good tools though, Mark.
And if it works perfect, it works perfect. If it's not perfect, well, it's an old house that, you look at stuff like that, okay? So when they took out the window and put the doorway in there, look, that door's at that height, this door's at this. It's not a perfect house.
You ain't wrong there, for sure.
But
I like to hide it if I can.
There you go. You hide it. I'm going to work on wetting the walls because you got to have wet walls before you put plaster on. And my beautiful bride, look at that. Look at the trim. I've got to change that register, but the registers we have are black. So it's coordinated. And so I'm getting the walls getting wet. The good thing is my wife, that side I have not gone back over, but you can see they're staying wet, which is what you need. I'm still learning on the plastering and stuff like that. But if the walls are dry, it will suck it too quickly and it won't, it'll suck, but not in a good way. So I'm wetting these walls down real good before I start mixing up plaster. I'm hoping that my hands have been cramping a little bit, and getting all this, holding the trowel and everything else gets to be a pain in the ass when you're cramping up. So we'll see if we can do that. All right, so we're getting ready to make lime plaster. And I tell you, I think this is pretty good. So I've been doing lime putty. Look at that. Lime putty, 3-to-1 ratio with the sand. And I think I finally got it down pat. So we're gonna take this upstairs. I'm still getting some stuff prepped for it, but we're getting close. All right. Whew. My wife has become a stripper here at the Red Brick House. And I tell you what, she real good at it too. You see how bad that window looks? Take a look at how good it will look. That's the first coat of paint. After my wife, the stripper, she's doing her thing. She's getting her done. Look at that. Boom. Another one. That alone has already made this upstairs look that much better. I've been wetting down the walls for the last couple of days, getting it ready for plaster. Hopefully, we'll get all of this back wall plastered, and then it'll really start to look like something. Like a mess. I'm in love with the stripper. I'm so in love with the stripper. And that's hard work too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Take a look. That's what it gets down to. So getting all that old paint and stuff off of there. She's standing up, got her mask and everything else. Well, so ends another day here at the Red Brick House, and I am very, very proud of what we have gotten accomplished. It's crazy that we got the retaining wall built yesterday, boy, and it seems like, well, we got the hot water heater put on today. It feels like that was days ago at the moment, because they've been working up on the plaster and some other stuff too. It's just kind of crazy how quickly things change, but she looks pretty. She looks real pretty. And that's knocked out of here. The next thing I'll probably be doing is doing like 1 or 2 steps at a time, pouring here, because it's kind of a pain to get out of there. And I'm not trying to spend the night in the basement because, well, it is still a 200-year-old house, and I'm still not trying to spend the night in the basement. Got my tools in, got my cement mixer cleaned out, and I'm gonna go upstairs and show you guys the plastering. All right, so, excuse me, excuse me. So there we have it. Our fireplace has been stuccoed, and I spent more time on flattening it out so that when we put the finish coat on it, it should be real easy to do. This was a hole in there, where they had an insert or whatever for it. So I needed to brick that up, and because the bricks haven't been wet enough, and I should go ahead and wet them again while I'm here. They're not wet, you need to wet them for days. Then the plaster won't stick to them. So we need to get them good and wet before we plaster them. So let's do that now before we leave. Also, want to show you guys how beautiful. Look at the molding. The black. Boom. I think it works. I really and truly think it works. This is not going to be the color of the walls. The finish coat is actually white, or we can tint it a little bit, but it is definitely coming along. So I'm going to do my fireside chat, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to fall out for the night. I appreciate you guys, and we'll be back here probably about 8 hours.